Heyo, welcome to the Social Exiles podcast number 7. This one's a little bit interesting because we have another guest.
What up?
Yeah, you want to introduce yourself, Baz? What do you do?
Hi, I'm ft.Baslyxian. I do stuff with this Headsup nerd, the guy that's below me.
Fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you, pal.
Oh, they're best friends.
Yeah, I can tell.
I would say that Headsup and I think there's like a group of like 6 of us from our round of tryouts that are really close, and it's like Hynero, myself, Schweid, Navish, Heads, and Thievin. And like we definitely click and we fuck around a bit. Like I don't know. It's fun. We mess around, we all make fun of each other. But I'm one of the new members to that Gato lobby BS whatever with this Heads Up guy.
I like the way you said that.
Thank you. I have a little dynamics to my voice. I've done amateur voice acting. We can talk about more about that later because it was specifically furry porn.
Yes, we need to.
Yeah, wait, hold on. That's gonna hit different for Heads. Hold up.
No, wait, not
See,
because
I
I'm
was
a furry.
just about to say no. See, you said the magic words. You said furry porn, and these two horny fucks are like, "Mommy."
No.
No, listen.
Whoa,
Okay,
whoa.
listen,
Don't throw me under
I
the
know
bus.
this is
I'm
an
just
over.
supporting my friend
Okay,
Heads.
listen. I know this is an over brought up. Pokemon's not furry porn. Okay, all right. They got a bunch of fur on them, and
What?
it is porn, but it's not furry porn. Sorry, Bass.
What? What? No, hold on,
Sure.
Bess. Give me 1 second, buddy. I need to set this guy straight.
Yeah,
I
go
forgot
ahead.
to put on
What-
my deodorant
what-
after showering.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, you go
Okay,
on. I'm
listen.
listening. I'm just putting on deodorant.
Yeah. So I have a question for you. There are people in the Pokemon world, correct? Yes.
Yeah. So what?
What represents
Some of them
what
are.
represents the animals in the Pokemon world? That would be the Pokemon Heads.
No.
are
That's actually false
furry.
information. Because
No, it's
there
not.
are actual
No, it's
animals.
not.
Yeah, they have
Okay,
like food.
cool.
They have
There
sex.
is-
They have like
there's
proper
actual
animal
animals.
food. They have proper animal food, dude.
Okay, let me ask you something. When they're eating slowpokes, their tails for the taste. What are they eating? They're eating animals.
Fuck it, dude.
What
we
is
get it.
furries?
No, they're
like
not
in
eating-
animals.
they're not eating
You
animals,
are
they're
a
eating
furry.
Pokemon.
Is it Miltank like used for milk and beef because they're just a
It is.
representation of cows?
Yeah, people can be used for milk and beef. It's the same shit.
I
All right, dude. All right, that's enough of this, dude. That's
There's
okay.
some
Let's
legal
get back on
concerns
track,
and some
dude. Let's get
ethical
back on track, dude.
debates.
Bass, come on. I'm so sorry.
So Bass, about that voice acting, get me the fuck off this topic, bro.
Yeah. So when I was in university, I had a friend who's an animator. And so they were like, "Hey, I'm getting into private commission work, specifically furry porn. You have a really good dynamic voice. You have a really soothing male voice. You're like, sure, there's a lot of basis on the normal voice, but you have a lot of versatility there. Like, you heard, like, I can do stuff like here, but I can also sort of, I don't know, it's weird.
That's the
Like,
furry
I
porn
can-
one right there.
I have some.
There
I
it
have some-
is.
Shadow
That's
the
the alpha
Hedgehog,
porn.
dude.
The voices
That's the
I
Shadow the
used.
Hedgehog, dude.
And it's stuff like that, where it's like, classic big alpha male with the deep voice and a rasp to it. And I have a natural growl to my voice. I don't really let it show through as much. The voice that you're actually hearing right now isn't my natural voice. It's a voice that I use when socializing or interacting with literally anyone. Because my normal voice is sort of hard to understand sometimes. It's low, it has a growl. It's that corpse husband effect of just like people sometimes don't understand what I'm saying. And mics have a hard time picking me up. So just to work around that, I have a voice that I more use when doing things like this, where it's a little higher, it's a little like, I don't rely on the back of my throat so much, so you don't hear the growl come through. But
Somebody
yeah.
who gets it. Somebody who gets it.
Yeah.
You try going out in public and talking the way I do sometimes. I'd be like, "Hey, dude." They'd be like, "What?" It's like, "Oh my fucking god!" Anyway.
It can be painful. It can be so painful, especially when you're like, "Hey, what's up? I'm just trying to order a coffee. Can I get a coffee to go? Can I get a double, some bits? It'd be really nice." And they'll look at me and be like, "What?
What? Can you repeat? Can you
Huh?
please repeat that? I didn't understand a word. All right, look, I just want a double mocha latte. Don't make me say it again. I feel stupid every time I have to use your fucking terms. Please just get me a large coffee. Thank you.
It's that, as well as like I don't know if any of you have ever had to experience this, but I've been in the past used as a how do I say, primer for some of my friends before they go have some fun times, a fun evening. You know, they'll just have me say some nice words to them, and it
You're
gets them in a
sick
certain
bastard.
mood. So
You're a sick fuck. All right, I'm gonna
not
hit you
a
up on
sick fuck,
Saturdays,
I'm helping
dude.
a friend.
All right, help
You-
me
you-
out,
No,
dude.
he's
Yeah, I
He's
was about
talking
to
about
say
wholesome
you
shit.
ain't ever helped the homie huts? What the
Dude,
fuck?
listen, man.
Fucked up,
listen,
bro.
Baz.
Fucked
Listen,
up.
I'm just gonna say this, dude. The one time you got me primed, you weren't even talking, dude. You didn't even use your voice, buddy.
What are y'all
That's
doing
because
in
I
that
have more
fucking
than one
theater
skill
lobby,
set.
bro?
You remember that
I have,
Saturday
I have
night,
more
dude?
than one skill set, bro. Come on.
all right.
You
Look,
remember
I
that
was
DJ
thinking
night?
Yeah,
I was
it was
thinking
our
he
first
meant, like-
DJ night.
I was thinking he meant some shit like he'd be like,
DJ
oh, yeah,
night,
you did the
definitely
dishes,
DJ
she's gonna
night,
fuck
bro.
you so hard. And now I'm talking about like hearing. How did he chub you up without talking? What the fuck?
Listen, listen.
I have a mute Avi. That's a female avatar.
Okay.
I told him,
So-
I said, bro, if you keep doing this shit, I'm gonna have to turn off nameplates. And then this guy had the audacity. He switched his T-shirt. He had another T-shirt on that Avi with his fucking name on it, dude. So
That's my
I was fucked.
username right across the tips.
That is the level of petty I aspire to be. That's great.
Oh my god. So
What can I
Baz,
say?
I have a question that's been like we kind of talked about it a bit off of like camera.
Yeah.
Why the helmet?
Okay. So, the helmet. The helmet is, a lot of people recognize it as Zero from Borderlands 2. And I adore the Borderlands franchise, but I've never actually played Borderlands 2. Interestingly enough. No, my sexy assistant.
So
Um,
hold on a sec. I want you to take a look at the
fuck.
tattoo on me. I want you to take a look at the tattoo on me. And
Yeah,
think
the one
really
that's
hard.
on right here.
Uh-huh.
That's a Borderlands one, right? As well.
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
Is that the vault symbol?
No, it's the siren tattoo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it goes all the way down. I can't show the rest of it because we'll get fucking demonetized and probably banned off of YouTube. But it
Always
goes all the way down to my
demonetized, I'll be
kneecaps.
honest.
Yeah, a lot
there's-
of the
there's
siren
no hope.
tattoos are full body. You know, you don't get to
Yeah.
see all of the detail because even Borderlands can't have some lines they won't cross. But
I mean, like all I gotta do is just bust out the bikini, but I'm not gonna do that.
true. No pools right now.
Yeah, I don't have a hot tub background. We can't get around that rule. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
True. But to go further with it, anyone that's
Mhm.
played VR chat for a while can tell you
Oops,
there are a
wrong.
lot of male Avis that just don't look good. And part of the reason why they don't look good is because of the faces. There's a lot of people don't like male Avi faces. And it's either you do the route that Headsup has, where you go a more anime, like super anime style, of which, has the like it's the female face but edited to be more masculine. Or you have an e-boy face, which, no offense to any of the e-boy dancer friends that I have, or anyone that likes using the e-boy faces. But
Is that are
shit
those the
ain't
faces
that
with the
good
fuck me
looking.
eyes where they always have that one look on their face?
Yeah, where they have like the bitten lip, and it's
Okay.
it's a strong jawline. Or you go Giga Chad. It's like those are the two male stereotypes. It's Giga Chad or e-boy, and then there
I'm
are
okay with the Giga Chad.
workarounds, which is what Hinero and I are basically using, where we don't actually have a normal, like, even though the body's a male, we don't have faces. And I sort of liked it that way because, I don't know, like, I limit myself in the way that I can't communicate in certain manners because I don't have a face, so I don't have any facial expressions. But I think my physicality is more than enough to make up for it. I think I move around
I think you gesture so much that like I always know how you feel just off of your hand. Like I actually like makes sense.
Yeah,
It's probably a good thing I don't have my hands set up because I'm Italian. My hands move when I talk a lot.
If you like, there's an idea I had. I don't know if you care to do it. You could just have it like, what is that? There's like these. I don't remember what it's called, but basically you can just have it like light up your helmet, like with a smile.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
The audio link. The audio link.
Audio link, or
you
just
could
like
do audio
just
link
lights
or
in general, like a lit up
Yeah, yeah.
smiley face.
you could
I
probably
was-
do blend shapes that would just be different light up faces on the mask.
I have talked to a friend of mine already about possibly doing something in which what I might be looking into, because this is a work in progress technically. I'm fine with it being present, and yes, it's my 2.0. Because the first one I had is a public Avi. If you just look up Suited Zero in Prismic Avatar search, you can find my old Avi really easily. It's made by the Doritos guy, I think is the name.
The Doritos guy, that's an awesome name.
But yeah, no, his whole entire like main OC is it's one of the tabs people, the totally accurate battlegrounds, but with a helmet and a robot arm. That's his OC.
Nice.
And if you don't want to find it publicly and you're Blender inclined, you can. Both of the assets are free. If you go to Sketchfab and you type in Zero Helmet, you can find this exact helmet model. And if you go into VRC Mods, VRC Mods has models, and you just look up for, I think you type in Suited Man, and it's one of those, and it has black gloves, and tie, suit, whatever. I'm planning, there's a project of mine that I want to do where I'm going to go back and I'm going to redo that avatar, but I'm going to make it optimized, and I'm going to get rid of some of the extra shaders and such. Because there were a bunch of stuff there that it just never used. There was no point to them. Like there was glasses, there was emoticons, so on and so forth, because there was a face behind the helmet, but no one ever saw the face, and it didn't emote, it didn't move, it didn't do anything.
It's just extra weight at some point.
Yeah. So it bloats the model's memory for no reason. So. But yeah, so this is a kit bash that Spongy did for me. Spongy Buns.
Spongy does good
Wait,
work.
Spongy did it. Oh shit! Was this
Spongy's made this one.
after the tryouts?
Yeah. So you would have known Heads Up because it was put up in VR Chat Crew.
Oh, I see.
But Spongy opened up an emergency commission slot, and I instantly sniped it. And why Spongy chose mine over others was I had already researched all of the assets that I wanted to use.
Oh shit!
So all I had to do was buy them and then send them Spongy's way. And Spongy was just doing a quick kit bash because it was helping pay some bills or whatever.
Yeah.
So it fit what we needed perfectly. Spongy was able to do something quick, so that like it's at least put together, and now I can edit it as I feel and as I want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I was able to support Spongy, which I'm always down to help support someone, especially if they're in need for anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're good on me too. So that's a sick team up.
Yeah. So I'm very happy with it. I think Spongy did a great job. You know, my helmet's now shiny. Spongy had the
your helmet's like my forehead, brother. Look at this shit.
Your helmet's like his window. Look.
God, bro.
You can see the future.
Like you don't understand. Yo, Akaines, your reflection is so bad, it's reflecting off of his helmet in a different fucking dimension, bro. Close that shit. Jesus.
It's that like side, your profile's reflection here, the bouncing of the light is actually the line in my helmet right here.
Dude, perfect.
This is your face.
We just gotta edit that Avi to always have my face reflected in it.
One of the edits that I'm gonna do is, you know how like Aki has that GIF that's like on Jimmy Dory's glasses and such?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get Hinero and a couple of other mutes, and I think I'm gonna get like a rainbow selection and have them all over my helmet.
Oh god.
In the glass. So then I have multiple GIFs.
Yeah.
Oh,
all
by
right.
the way, you can let Hynera know that if they want to join the VC, they're able to without like us messing up the recording. So if they want to hear both sides, they are more than welcome.
You can join the VC if you want to, Hinero.
We only bite a little bit.
Yeah, I sent them a link.
And
if
you
they
won't
wanted
mess up the recording. So you're more than welcome to join. Granted.
Because I felt bad.
They said,
just like,
okay.
Okay.
They only hear what I say. No,
Yeah, right.
you can only work with
right.
what I do.
Go ahead,
Best,
Heads.
best.
Yes, me.
I think I remember the day it happened. I think it was in a McDonald's. But why are you fish?
You are wrong. The day it happened. It happened first on Jufa's stream.
Oh, okay.
Jufa is streaming. I go into chat, and I've been a chatter of Jufa's for a little while now. I think I just got my 6 months, like last week. And like Jufa's one of the ones that I've been following for a while. I've known the one that I've known the longest actually out of the whole entire community are two people, Mika and Vor. Because hello, there we go. My trackers do not want to behave right now. Sorry.
You're good.
At least you're not turning into a squid thing again.
I've known for because of a different community where both of us have like known each other and we've had a lot of talks and gotten a chance to hang out. He and I watched all of the Alien and Predator franchise. All of it.
Damn.
Every
that's a
single
lot.
film. Holy shit, that was a slog. That was 3 months of movies because it was I used to be a community manager for a streamer. And so I was running movie nights and they wanted to run the franchise of Aliens and Predators. So I was like, okay. So we watched every Aliens movie and we did in chronological order. We did Alien, Aliens, Predator, Predators, or Predator 2, Aliens Cubed, because
why the fuck not?
Alien Resurrection, which is the fourth film,
Yeah.
then AVP 2,
Jesus
which is a terrible film.
God,
What was after that? Was that Prometheus? I think that was
I think
Prometheus, then Covenant,
Prometheus is in that
then
shit. Yeah.
The Predator. Oh, sorry, no. Before Prometheus was Predators, which is the one that takes place on the other planet with 3 predators, and you learn about there's 2 types of predators.
Right.
There's the like super omega primal predators, and then there are the rogue predators, and then they're like,
Oh my God.
and then like Alien Prometheus, which is a shit movie, by the way. Never watch Aliens Prometheus. I hate that movie. I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Really?
Never watch it. Yes.
I think he hates
actually
it.
hate that movie. I don't like saying I'll say I hate something as a meme a lot. Like I hate being a fish. I don't actually care. It's a joke.
Yeah,
it's a
fair.
gag. Like
It's like when me and
I
Heads
don't
run
care.
bit, pretty much.
Yeah.
But that fucking movie though.
but that fucking movie.
Did you guys watch these in chronological order that they came out, or did you watch them in the order that they occurred in the universe?
Story.
No,
in the
chronological
story that they came
timeline
out,
order.
in the came out.
Okay.
In the
Oh,
order
yeah,
they came out.
so in
okay.
release order. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
in
yeah,
release
so-
order.
I
You
thought you
can
had,
go
like,
to IMDb
chronological.
and look at the list that we watched because
So-
they'll have the Aliens and Predators universe like release list, and we watched it in that order.
Oh,
The only
I see.
movie that they're missing is the most modern movie, which is Prey, which is the modern Predator film that takes place during the like Native American time.
Interesting.
Fuck.
Gotcha. Oh wait, I
Yeah.
think I watched that one. That one was interesting.
Yeah,
So did-
no, it's super fucking cool.
So I would ask, are you Team Alien or Team Predator? But if you watched them all back to back like I did, it's probably just Team Tired.
It's team fuck them all, fuck them bitches.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
But back to your question. So in Jufa's chat, Jufa was like, fishy. And I went, no. So then during callouts, I bring it up and I go, Rob, why does Jufa call me fishy? And Jufa goes, fishy.
Oh,
Fishy. You are fishy. And I went, no. And you know, like when a bit comes onto your plate, you can either choose to accept it
Yeah.
or you can deny it. Granted, when I say that, there's more ways to take it than just that. Like,
Yeah.
you can accept it and you can sort of sweep it under the rug, or you can accept it and that becomes your brand. Like, those are two sides of the spectrum. And then there's the no side, which is no, ignore it, or no and meme it. And I went no and meme it. So I said no, and then I doubled down. Um, so Jufa being Jufa also doubled down. And
Oh,
Jufa having
shit.
more sway. Everyone calls me Fish.
Yeah, you lose bets and become a fucking fish. So like, yeah, that's the thing.
Was that
I
a
haven't
bet or was
lost
that
yet.
a game night punishment?
There.
So that
What the
was
hell?
that wasn't either. So for those of you that don't know, like Emmy, I don't know how much you watch Rob's stuff.
Probably nothing, to be honest, knowing at me.
Yeah, I was about
I
to say, but
have
I'm
barely
gonna
scratched
assume
the surface of
nothing.
that. I think, look, it's one of those things where it's like
You
I want to
don't-
dive in, but I can't.
You don't
I'll
need
never
to.
leave.
You don't need
I'll never
to.
leave.
Like it's as I always say, like I was talking to a friend about this who isn't related to lobby or whatever. I was talking, it's like, it's cool and all, but like the people that are like, oh yeah, no, I'm a part of the lobby, like me, like I'm a big guy. No, it doesn't fucking matter. No one outside cares. I
Star
say
Trek, no-
Gator lobby and like everyone's gonna look at me and go like, huh?
What the
What?
fuck is that?
What the
Never
fuck
heard
are
that
you
shit
on
in my
about?
life.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like a team of creators. That's all it is. Like, and nobody outside the team or like the community will know you. Like, it's just how it goes.
I explained
Yeah.
it to my family before because they were like, "Oh, you've spent like 2 weeks of your life devoted to this tryout thing. What the hell are you doing?" And I explained it to them. It's an improv troupe. Like that's the best way I can explain it. It's
Yeah,
an
it's
improv
literally
troupe
all
that
you can
uses
say that.
RP
All you can
as
say.
the vehicle for the improv and the comedy. That's the
and-
lobby.
And the thing is, it's like even still, like you can get as big as you possibly want. Like you can get as big as Logan Paul, PewDiePie, T-shirts, whatever. Name like one giant
PewDiePie.
channel, and there's still some
T-series.
middle-aged dad that, yeah, like there's still some middle-aged dad that's standing over a grill, and no matter who the fuck you are, they're gonna go, "Who the hell's that fruit cup? Never heard of him," and then just
Yeah,
go back to grilling shit. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it is. That's the whole entire thing of like the long story short is that no matter what, it will always like what we do here doesn't matter IRL unless we do things like charity. That's why I like doing charity when I do like content is, it's I want to do an impact that's positive, but that can be talked about later. So they like, yeah, it doesn't matter whatever happens. It doesn't matter at all. We're just fucking randos that walk the street just like anyone else. We put on our pants just like everyone else, unless you're Akaines who started the show without any clothing other than boxers before the cameras turned on. Yeah, exactly. Like, we all have skin.
Heads,
we all breathe.
make sure you
we
cut
all
that
bleed.
shit, censor that
No,
shit, or
leave
something.
that shit
That
in. Leave
did
that
extra
shit.
work
Dude,
for me.
dude.
Hell no, dude.
We saw all 8 inches of your penis. Turn that shit off.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro?
Thanks for the extra half-inch, brother.
Bro said,
Only
That reminded me to
half
open up my
inch,
fucking
bro.
notepad. All right.
"Yeah, you're welcome." I got you.
So yeah, so that's where the fish meme came from. Was Jufa was fishy, and then everyone everyone either
love
agreed.
chair
Oh,
settings
what
in
the
VR
hell
chat.
happened to me?
You gotta recalibrate.
Oh God, where
Yeah,
is he
it's gotta
going?
recalibrate. I
Yo, he's
lost
leaving.
my-
He got
All right.
You lost the
fish
chair.
take
All right, cool.
over.
All right, we got the fish taking over. All right, so look, this is
Yes,
the best part of the show. Yo, fish, how much is he paying you to have to stay there?
Sure.
You're being asked how much you're being paid.
Not
So-
enough.
Oh.
Understood.
Not enough. Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Not
I
enough.
see.
2 cents an hour.
Oh
2
my
cents
god,
an
he's
hour.
yes.
holding you at gunpoint. What the
Ah,
fuck?
yes. Ah, yes.
Gotcha. Your family's
understand.
being threatened. Noted. Gotcha.
All right, look,
Oh,
I need you to
I gotta
just
make my
stare at the
business,
camera
come
if
on.
you need help. Okay.
I have a
You're being told
rather
to stare at
big
the camera if you
question
need
after
help.
when you get back to your chair, I guess.
I can
Guys,
answer
they
it
need
from
help.
over
Oh, you
here.
can
What do
answer
you
from
need?
there.
What
All
do you
right,
need?
perfect. Yo, what are your okay? So, what made you like enter the streamer space? I heard you're like a content, like you're a community manager for a streamer. Like, what made you be like, I want to go and try out for Gator, and then I'm gonna go do content, be me, do all that shit? What made you want to do that?
So, I am a very foolish man, is how I will start this off. Because I have one very simple goal in my whole entire life. And it's really childish, and it's really naive, and it really just defines like who I am as a person really well. And that is, I just want to make people happy. I want to make people laugh. I want to give people a good time. And that's it. That's all I want to do with my life. So like content creation is really the only main vehicle in which anyone can do that. I look like a freaking puppet man. I'm gonna need to calibrate again. So it's like, I don't know. I have always been interested in streamers and content creators for a while. I used to like, I've watched Markiplier since he was fucking before 1,000. Like, I think he's the only one that I really still watch because I used to have a cringe Minecraft phase when I was a kid.
If you did,
just
then the
like
name Dr. Pepper will
everyone.
mean a lot to you.
I actually I don't.
Damn.
Yeah, I used to watch like who was it? I think it was Sunday. Sky Does Minecraft. Mark. Who else? PewDiePie. Sean or Jacksepticeye. Those were the ones that I used to watch when I was young. I used to actually watch this British guy that's lesser known that still does stuff that I find hilarious. Many a True Nerd.
I've heard this name before. I don't know where.
Sorry, that's his friend.
Okay.
Many a True Nerd. He does Many a True Nerd does longer stuff, so he'll do like streams and such of him just playing Fallout, and it's just him fucking around. The one that I meant to say was Nerd Cubed. That's the name.
I think I've heard of that one, yeah.
So he's a snarky guy that like does a lot of stuff. And I was raised in a snarky environment where it's just like you gotta be quick-witted, you gotta be quick with what you say. Your humor has to be on the dot. And if you don't say it first, you're not gonna say it at all. So like coming up with things on the fly has always been something I'm used to. So like building a joke from what someone says or what someone does. And typically like it's a snarky joke. All right, sounds good. Hinero's saying be right back. My assistant's leaving, so I guess I get to take a seat back in my chair.
Back. Yeah.
Hey, okay.
As I phase through it like a proper VR chatter.
Yep.
So I what was I saying?
What are your inspirations for wanting to make people happy?
When I saw like Mark do his stuff, he's really the only one I still watch. Because like he's the one that I would say is like the bigger inspiration for doing stuff, and it's because like a lot of his goals are stuff that I can like get behind very easily. Trying to make a positive impact with what you can do, trying to just make people happy, trying to give people that tiny little break from the chaos that is the world at large. I can fully get. And it's just one of those like, I don't know. I just want to make people happy, and if I can make a better positive influence by using that to then make a vehicle to make people aware about an issue that exists, I am more than willing to do it. It's just I don't know. I'm much
like,
more.
There's certain streamers I always want to make motherfuckers laugh and myself laugh. So like, I feel it.
I am always of the opinion that if you are to make someone else laugh, you have to laugh first.
Yeah.
So all of my humor is stuff that I find funny, which, as egotistical as it sounds, like it isn't an ego reason. I'm not here to make myself laugh because I'm like I'm so wonderful. Like it isn't anything of that variety. It's more like I don't think I can make you laugh unless I can laugh at the joke first.
Yeah.
You know, if I make a punchline and I don't laugh at it, how am I expecting someone else to laugh at?
Also, you don't.
And that's
wanna,
sort of how I feel about content in general. Sorry,
like
what were you going to say?
No, you don't want to be doing something that like isn't fun for you, right? Like especially if it's like when it comes to like comedy and stuff. That's why I would do these stupid ass fucking bits for callouts, dude. It's fun to do, and if you find it funny, it's funny shit, you know.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, my whole entire motto when creating stuff, especially content, is if you're having fun, then you can make it funny, and you can make it fun. if you're not having fun with it, it's never going to be a long form of content for you. It's never going to be anything that you're going to be able to drive for forever because you're going to burn out. You're going to get tired of it. Like, you're not going to like what you're doing anymore. It isn't worthwhile.
There's going to be days where you wake up and you don't want to do shit. Like, there's days where you wake up, you don't want to do shit. And if you don't turn on stream that day, if you don't like hit record that day, whatever, like at the end of the day, like you're just not going to last,
Exactly. So it's like, you got to find what makes you happy in what you're making. And like, there are some people that like, there are plenty of people that do content that isn't the content that they love, and that's fine. I keep this for myself and myself alone. And I realize that I come from a position of that it isn't my job. This isn't how I make a livelihood. Like, this isn't the end all be all. If I could, would I? 100%. But like right now, I'm not, so I feel confident in what I say and how I feel about it. Could my opinions change down the line? 100%. But I think the ground rule of you have to have fun first is something that I will always stick by. Someone that I think shows this fantastic is Germa, who's a bigger streamer on Twitch.
Yeah.
Germa has fun with it. Give me a second. I have an alarm. What the hell is this alarm? Stop.
Good.
So Germa does it best, in which you can tell Germa's having fun every step of the way with what he does. And like, he's fucking massive. He doesn't need to worry about what he does anymore. He doesn't worry about the extraneous details because he's just focusing on what he enjoys.
Right.
And like, that's a perfect example of what I would say. Like, that's a good place to be in, and a healthy spot to be in.
Oh, for sure.
He does stuff as he wants. He's able to do all the stuff that he wants to off stream, and then he's able to stream and do like his bits that he wants to for stream, on stream.
Yep.
Like, it works out well for him.
It's a healthy dynamic. So
It's
you're
like-
never
it's
like
yeah.
uncharging. You're like,
It's like
out of battery run.
it goes for anything in life. Like, you don't want to be stuck doing what you don't like because that's how you make your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a little behind the RP card, beyond the avatar, all of that stuff. The man behind Boss. My parents are separated, so I was raised sort of in two very different worlds. My father was more on the impoverished side, but he was much more well-lived, is how I would speak it.
Happy with what he's doing.
Yes. He's the one that taught me live life to be happy. Like, if you're not enjoying your life, what is the point to what you are doing? Because life is short, and you need to enjoy all the moments that you have. It's like, as corny as it is, it's the whole entire, like, the future is grand and all. The past is good to remember, but the present is called the present because it's a gift. Every second you have now is a gift that you have to enjoy. And like, I live by that. Every second I try to make the most of it because the next second is never guaranteed. You don't know what's going to happen in a few minutes, in a few hours, in the next day, in the next year. None of that can be predicted. Sure, you can plan for it, and you can try to alter the chances of what's going to happen to be in your favor towards certain things. But none of that's ever guaranteed.
Right,
for all we know, tomorrow Earth is going to blow up.
Puck.
Epic,
chill.
There was
all the alien news, dude. Maybe.
Yeah, true.
You never
All the
know,
alien
dude.
news.
Listen, Giant Meteor 2024, let's go. Or I'm gonna be honest.
Wait, what do you mean? Let's go. Wait, hold on.
There was one thing I saw on the internet way back when that described how frail and just short-lived life can be, which was a video of a county jail sheriff yelling at an inmate going, "You can have an aneurysm and die shitting on the toilet. You never know." And I was like, that's a good point. You could just die doing anything. Like, just live in the moment.
Did you know how many people died
don't worry
shitting
about
on the
next
toilet?
month.
It's actually wild. A lot of motherfuckers actually died shitting on the toilet. Like,
I know. It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
I need to
It's
stop
like, dude,
pushing
Elvis,
so hard,
Elvis
bro.
Presley, the king of rock.
Same heads.
He died to delicious food. It's
Oh
unreal.
my god. But yeah,
but
so
it was him shitting on the toilet. It was the pressure of him tensing everything that caused his blood pressure to spike.
Dude,
and
I'm
he
gonna be
died.
so I'm gonna be so scared pooping now. Y'all are fucking me up. Y'all are fucking me up, dude. Dude, I tweet out about my shit sometimes,
The
bro.
terrifying shit.
I can make it worse. Imagine if something came out the toilet and bit you.
Dude,
While
I
you're
always,
trying to take a dump.
that's why I always like. Sometimes I flush. Sometimes I get paranoid. I'm like, bro, I don't live in Florida, but
Cautionary
pre-flush.
flush. Cautionary flush before you use the toilet. Always do it.
I always check.
Always do it.
I always check under the seat too, because I'm just like,
Yeah.
yo, is there spiders in this bitch, bro? I ain't trying to
Dude,
get.
I learned that from Arizona, interestingly enough. I used to live in
Really?
Arizona for a little while in Phoenix. Scorpions
Oh
will get into your
hell
apartment
no!
Oh,
and they'll
fuck
go
that,
into the bathroom. Or
Oh,
like
hell
snakes
no.
and all
Hell
sorts
no,
of
dude.
stuff. Like there's tons of things.
It's
that
because
go
the
on like
water
that.
in the fucking toilet. They're just
I'm just
gonna
glad
kill
my
it.
dick is so small then, bro.
That's not a
Hey,
good
you know
thing. That
what?
just acts like that's like fishing
rock
bait.
with whatever
No,
you
no,
want.
dude.
Rock with whatever you want. Hey,
Nah, it's all right, man. Sometimes
technically-
it's all right, heads.
Nah,
Just,
dude.
you just gotta dangle the
That
mealworm into the
motherfucker,
water
bro.
sometimes.
Dude, I will retract that motherfucker into myself, bro. Dude, I'm a. I
Bro,
am
we
not
need
getting
to-
stuck in my penis, bro.
I want
Fuck
my
that.
I want my shit to scare the snake away, bro. That's just-
Snakes will come
Yeah,
out, just fucking
just
whack
join,
it. No.
Join the membership of the Power Dumpers of North America, where
Power
we
Dumpers
we
of
have
North
a
America.
large amount of members. You know, ever growing. You know, if you can make a shit that clogs
Ever
the toilet,
Wait,
you're a part of the crew.
oh,
what we're
dude.
just talking about,
just letting you
Proud
know.
member of the PDNA.
wouldn't it be
Just
ever
saying.
shrinking because everyone's fucking dying from taking such big shits?
No,
No.
New member born every day.
we're immune to that.
Oh,
That's,
are we?
that's part of the benefits.
I
That's
our
part of the benefits of
our
being in the
bodies
club.
are
Dying.
trained to
Oh,
handle
trained
those
the blood
kinds of
vessels
shit.
in our brain are already so engorged that they can't get any bigger to cause an aneurysm. That's cool.
We play video games. We're angry 97% of our
why.
lives.
Yeah, we play video games.
So
We're gamers.
yeah, we're kind of
That's
immune
pretty
to that
much
shit.
it.
Yeah, exactly. We're gamers.
We're gamers.
Disease.
We're
It's
immune
okay.
to dying on
It's
the
okay.
toilet.
I'm about to
But-
do the weirdest transition I've done in my life.
Hey, you
So-
said that Fish Bro came back.
So
Yeah.
I was taking a fucking massive shit after I was doing this fucking RP lobby for like 3 hours on like Friday. And the thing is, so I went to this RP lobby. It was like an RP wedding. I didn't want to miss anything because my friend Yorga had come to the RP, and I just don't want to miss any of this improv. I don't want to miss anything, right? So I'm holding my shit in. Yorga goes to take a shit. I see him miss some fucking crazy stuff that's happening in the improv. Comes back, he does his bit. But after the improv, I get a call from another person in the team, and we start talking for an hour. So it's like 3 hours I've been holding the shit in. It's just turtling fucking
My
time.
poor bro had a
The
coach
entire-
turtle
Oh,
head.
The entire fucking night I've been turtling this shit. I take off my VR. I still have my full body trackers on. I rip off my fucking waist belt, toss it in the hallway. I fucking run to the bathroom, pull down, and immediately unleash napalm onto this
God.
toilet, bro. I'm fucking. It's such a bad shit that
Plastic power
I literally
dumper.
take a picture of my feet with my toes curled. I send it to heads. I send it to literally all the like a bunch of the Crown Crew members. And I'm
Bro,
just like,
dying.
yo, I'm praying for life, and I tweeted it out. I was
I'm
actually
fighting for
like,
my life right now.
He was
Like,
white
guys-
knuckling with his feet, bro. It was crazy.
I gotta
it's-
go to a bar tomorrow. You're reminding me.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Fucking this shit, like, this is, I don't know. This is just like one of those things where I was like, dude, I do dumb content, and now I have a group of people I can fucking do it with. So when you guys were talking about Gator, I'm like, huh, man, I'm glad I joined Crown Crew because like Gator tryouts aren't for a bit, and like I've had heads and a bunch of people be like, you should fucking try out, and I was like, well, can't really do that, but I'm in Crown Crew, and we're doing a bunch of dumbass shit here, and it's been a fucking fun time doing like improv and just like embracing the bits have been so much fucking fun. Like,
I have
holy
been
shit.
meaning to swing by for a
You're
long
more than
time
welcome.
because I have a friend who's already been a part of them for a long time, and I actually know a bunch of the people beforehand. Other than Vor, who I met from the community beforehand, the other people that I met were Savy and Crispy.
I love Savy. I love Crispy. Savy's one
and
of my
they're both
fucking
lovely.
favorite people.
They're
Yep.
fucking fantastic. I met Savy at last TwitchCon. I met Crispy because he and I fucking talked about how it sucks to be a part of the military. And that way, I forget what else we talked about, but we had some real talks in that community that
Dude, yeah.
that I helped manage. And,
It's
it was
like-
fucking
it's nice. They're nice people and they're good people and they keep it fucking real. And like,
No, they're lovely.
I gotta say, like, being a part of like one, it's cool because we get to do like RP, and I've been wanting to do that for fucking ever, right? But like two, it's nice being a part of a team that feels like an actual like family of people who want to spend time together, want to hang out, want to even create content together. Because like one of the biggest things is I can at like the Crown Crew role in the Discord and be like, "Yo, anyone want to play BattleBit?" And a bunch of people will be like, "Brrr, yo, let's go stream that shit."
No.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. No, they're good. They're a good group of people, and like I've known of the Crown Crew for a while now. It's like I've always been friends of members of it. So like who else do I know? TK I've known. TK and I
Yep,
go way
TK's
back.
cool.
I know Bird's sort of a member, sort of.
Bird, I've seen Bird around. I know Veronica J recently joined like the actual stream team itself because they were like, well, I was like, they got banned. Apparently, they're unbanned. They're like, well, I need a team to join. Yo, y'all are cool. Can I come? Can I come vibe over here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, take it up. They're a good group of people.
Oh yeah, I love them. Fuck yeah.
I hope that I'm able to swing by more, especially since I'm probably going to be focusing more on RP and doing bits than game nights and hangout nights. So that opens up
Mondays
my Monday,
and Fridays.
Wednesday, and
We're
Fridays.
going pretty ham. Yeah, Mondays,
Oh
Fridays.
shit, yeah, that works perfectly. It's
And
Tuesday,
then-
Thursdays, right, for lobby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Tuesday, Thursday.
That's why it
for
works out
us
quite
and
well.
Tanner. Yeah,
Uh,
and I know it's that way because of the connection, like the amount of members that overlap, so on and so
Yeah,
forth.
it's a lot of overlap.
Yeah,
And like it's been interesting. Like I've been like able to bring stuff that I used to do for other communities back. Like I have this world called Videos with Friends, work in progress that River
I
made.
know that world well because anytime I join a video time that Hinero's in, it's that world. And
Yep.
I saw your Avi before I met you. So when I saw Akaines, I was like, I recognize this name. Why do I recognize this name? Because
Yep.
of that fucking world you bring me to every time we go watch a video.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, I guess I can
They were
whitelist
not
Hynero
ready
in
for
that
that.
world. There's some
They
special
were
benefit.
not ready for you to point at them like that. That freaked them out.
There's some
Yeah.
He's like,
special.
the fuck did I do?
There's some special shit
That's
in
what
that world
happens
that
when you
like you have
jump
to be
into a
whitelisted
world
to
with me.
see. So I will whitelist y'all so I can see it and to get the extra benefits of it. But
Epic.
yeah, no, that
I've got
world,
us whitelisted.
that
You're
world
getting
has.
benefits because of me. See? Sorry.
Yeah, no, go
Say
ahead.
thank
Go
you
ahead.
right now.
It's
Say
it's,
thank
it's it's all my doing. Whitelisted in what the video world? That
Just
you always
whitelist
use.
Hinero, dude. Don't whitelist Bass. So that Bass will need Hinero.
Hinero says Pog.
Tell Hynero to check DMs and they'll see the benefits of it.
Check DMs. You'll see the full list of bennies.
Yeah. So basically, that like it allows us to like that world originally was created so I could me and Heads used to do community events for the streamer, and like when like what I would do was at the end of the night I would like play videos. But back in the day, there was a fucking queue system. So River literally made a world with a queue system with a whole bunch of stuff so I could do that. And then me and Head started streaming, and
Ooh,
River was
gotcha.
like, I'm gonna make it convenient for y'all to stream React nights in this world. So I'm gonna be trying to bring React Andy nights to Crown Crew in videos with friends, because may as well. That world was made for us, you know?
Yeah, no, it's a good world. It's a nice like chill world. I know Savy's familiar with the world because this one's brought Savy to that world a handful of times.
Sus.
Oh, yeah.
That's sus.
And
Yeah.
so
That's hella sus.
That's us.
Just a little bit.
I will not confirm or deny exact. My legal team advises me that I'm not allowed to talk about this topic further.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy.
jumping back to
Entire
what we
line
were
with one
talking
email.
about.
That's crazy.
I've
I'm bringing my
betrayed
boy
the
to that
line
world.
with
That's
one
crazy.
Watch some Pokemon.
I love
dude.
Savy. Let's go, Savy.
Listen, guys. You know the best part about that? They can't hear us. They don't know our side of the conversation. They only heard when he said it. Went, shh, don't say that.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm glad that the world that I created is helping my boy. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying anything else.
No,
God's
that
work,
that
bro.
world's
Keep it up.
lovely. I enjoy it. Who else has I've seen you bring there? Gap, Groovy. I think the last time I was there, I was with
I'm
Saving
okay, High
Gap.
Narrow, relax.
because I joined on you guys because I was playing games with Azu. Yeah. But yeah, because Groovy joined in on you and Gap, and Savvy just so yeah. Anyways, legal team advised me to change the topic. What were you
No, you're
asking
good,
me
you're good.
earlier?
We're just talking about like teams and stuff. To be honest, like that's what we're talking
Yeah.
about. Just
Mhm.
it's I don't know.
So-
It's I wanted to bring it up because like it's been like a big part of my life for like the last 3 weeks. I've been going ham in Crown Crew just for like events, ideas, doing RP, all that shit. And bro, it's so fucking nice having like just a group that's just so chill and so relaxed. Just wants to do shit that's like a similar mindset. Like I remember I was just like shooting the shit with like Jellyfish about random shit. And they're like, "Oh, you should bring that up during the meeting. I think we can make it happen." I bring it up during the meeting. Yo, let's make it happen. I'm like, yo, it's usually not a thing. It's usually me and Heads Up trying our ass off to get like a group of homies to do something that we want to do. And we feel guilty because it's like, oh, not everyone maybe wants to do this. But like now it's like, yo, I've been wanting to do that for weeks, months. You want to do it? Let's do it together. I'm like, oh fuck, all right, sick.
I've been feeling very similar about joining the lobby, the Gator lobby. I am a very creative guy. A lot of my skill sets are devoted to creation of content in general. My first job, I was a theater technician out of college. And that's what I did basically full time during my high school years, much to my father's dismay, because I chose that job over doing schoolwork, and I would do it again.
Been there.
Never change.
You're like, Dad, you were the one who told me to do shit I want to do that makes me happy, right?
How dare you do that?
Because
Because you're the one who told me to follow my fucking dreams, Dad. God.
But he wanted me to have a future, and it gave me the worst habit of never doing my homework.
Hey, I'm with you right
teachers.
there.
But I would ace quizzes and tests, and I drove teachers insane from it.
My teachers love me, but they're like, they use my actual name. They're like, Taryn, if you fucking actually just did your homework, you get an ace on the quiz, ace on the test, ace in everything in classwork. You're a part of the NASA team. Just do your homework. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm gonna log on to Mabinogi or
I
like
was
go to theater
captain
and like do the tech shit.
I was captain of a thing in the US called Academic Decathlon. It's basically, we're going to do a little bit of a Latin lesson real quick. Dec is short for what? Great job, 10.
Okay.
You answered perfectly.
I'm sorry.
I don't expect a lot of people to know it.
I
I'm talking to people on the internet, bro.
Dude,
you think I expect you to know anything?
Like, if I'm being honest,
okay.
I saw titties on my second monitor, and I got a little distracted. I'm so sorry.
I was just thinking about fucking Decimate.
They weren't
I was
mine,
like, they're
right?
talking about killing 1/10 or 1/8 or whatever.
No, yours are
Thank
still
God,
in your
thank
shirt. Yeah, no, you're good.
So
The milk was
what
still
you're saying
coming
is
out,
this
dude.
what the fuck were you watching?
No, it's not. Sorry, go on. Can we just go?
Bro,
Bro was on like hentai
do you
haven mid
understand?
fucking thing. Like, you want to talk about it? You good?
Do you understand why I hate
I'm
this
more than
Heads
good right
guy?
now.
He doesn't pay attention to fucking
You don't pay
anything.
attention.
I'm
Unless
paying
it's
attention
dude,
to you.
honestly,
I am.
He doesn't pay
He's like
attention
me right
anymore.
now, bro. I
This
bet
guy
you he's doing
gets
the
an
same
ego.
thing. We're scrolling on Twitter, bro. We scrolling on Twitter right now.
No, dude, yeah, titter. Exactly.
No,
Not
I'm
even
actually
listening,
paying
not
attention
even
to our
listening.
guest. The fuck are you two doing?
I'm paying attention. I just don't know what a deck is, dude.
Yo.
Like,
Yeah,
I
to
put
them
Yu-Gi-Oh.
titties.
All right,
I know deck is like a Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
EC is a shorthand in entomology, or the study of languages. It is the shorthand, the Latin base for 10. The idea of 10.
Yes, of
So
course.
decathlon
Yes.
is a
It's 10
competition
athlons.
of 10 topics.
10 topics.
He was about to say.
So
10
academic
athlons.
decathlon is you break down all of the stuff that you do in school into 10 topics, and
Right.
then you compete against them.
Yeah.
So it
remember
was
doing that
science,
shit.
math, music, art, social sciences, literature,
History was one.
history, interview, essay, and another one that, like interview and essay, isn't actually an academic topic.
What the fuck is interview?
Interview
You
is your
literally got
ability to-
interviewed. You
yeah,
would,
oh.
your
you
ability
got
to
interviewed.
You got
About-
put in a room, and it was
Speech. That's
and
what it
anything.
was. Speech. The
Speech,
last
there you
one
go.
was
Yeah, yeah.
speech.
And those
Um,
last three, the entire focus was your ability to be asked a specific question and then give a structured answer to that question.
Oh,
Exactly. So, interview was you would go back and forth. There would be two judges. They would ask you questions, and it was how direct could you respond? How sociable were you? And I think the last one was aware of the questions and like how they were being asked. The speech was you got one prepared speech that had to be 3.5 minutes to 4 minutes long. And then you had an impromptu speech that had to be a minute and a half to 2 minutes long. If you went over, you got docked points. If you were under, you got docked points. Impromptu speech,
so
you were given the
annoying.
prompt right on the spot. So you did the
Okay.
prepared speech, and then they had like a list of 3 prompts. You would say
Yeah.
which prompt you're going to do. You were given
Oh,
30
fuck
seconds to think
that.
about what you wanted to say, and then you had to run with it.
I bet you fucking ace
and
that
they-
shit 'cause I feel like you're an
and-
excellent bullshitter.
I mean, yes, but the
Yeah.
topics they would also give you were complete and utter bullshit because it'd be something like you've never heard. It'd be like, talk about the fucking oil crisis of 1977
have
in
you
Zimbabwe.
done-
And you're like, huh?
Did you
What?
do academic decathlon?
Maybe.
We were both fucking losers. Pause.
word?
the depression. I can see the depression in Evie as he looked down like
Yeah, no, it was worthwhile.
Why you sound like you're gonna cry, bro?
Because listen, I grew up in a public school that was like on the border of the ghetto. So being smart got your ass kicked unless you were me, because I was really good at fucking yo mama jokes. So I was like that smart kid that everybody liked because I was the roast master. But dude, the
Hey,
amount of
same.
shit I would get for being smart.
I also was the fixer of my grade. So like if you had an issue and like it wasn't a thing that teachers could deal with necessarily,
You
came
come to me.
because I knew everyone. I fucking knew everyone. I was popular not in the sense of, oh, you know, I wear the fancy clothing and I'm dressed up in the modern things and I know all the wiles. No, I just knew how to talk to everyone and everyone liked me.
Yeah,
so.
it was the same for me. It wasn't, oh, Emmy's so cool, Emmy's so popular. It was like, Emmy's kind of like the drug dealer. He just fucking knows everybody. If you have a problem, go talk to them.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair
Public
enough.
school, bro.
It's
Public
a very
school.
it's a
I mean,
great
in
role
Canada,
to be in public
schools are
school.
pretty chill. So like public schools in Canada are a vibe. Like they're
Look,
like, really
real
good.
talk. I'm just saying that public school hierarchies, as vicious as some of the stuff that happened is, I will admit it has molded me to be a stronger person
So-
because those fuckers were relentless.
My public school experience is a little bit different than probably y'all's, because in Western Canada, at least in the lower mainland of like Vancouver, it goes kindergarten to grade 7, and then secondary school, which is high school for us, 8 to 12. That is how our fucking school system is.
Yeah, mine was a little
Mine-
different.
Same for us.
Mine was
That's
one.
My school was
go on.
awkward.
Really?
So it's very similar to what you said, but go ahead, Heads.
No, I was just gonna
Whatever
say,
you wanna say.
down here was elementary school was kindergarten to 8th grade, and then high school was 9th to 12.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
For
So
us, we had K through 6 was our elementary school, and then for some reason they decided to call it middle school for 7th and 8th, and then you transitioned to high school for 9th and 12th, but everybody just considered 7 to 12 like high school. It was
What
weird.
about you, Baz?
Oh.
I'm serious.
So my school was weird. I jumped around districts a lot. I jumped between living between my two parents, so I never stayed in
Oh,
one
that's
district
hell.
for a long time. I didn't have a lot of friends. But the school I stayed the longest, which was where I stayed for all of high school and a little bit beforehand, where I stayed in one town for the longest I've ever stayed, which is 10 years, and the next place I stayed the longest was 1. Just for reference with how often I moved.
That's
Damn.
dog shit. What the fuck?
I stayed in they had kindergarten through 4th in one building, separate, and then they had a compound, and that compound had one main building that was the middle school, and that was 5th, 6th, and 7th grade was there.
That's
but
weird.
only
All
5th
right,
and
fair
6th were considered middle school. 7th and 8th were considered junior high, but 7th within the middle school, and then connected it to another huge building.
Did you go to school
was
in
the
prison?
high school.
Bro, did you go to the same school I did in like
And the
6th
high
grade?
school, the high school, the 8th graders were in the high school, and every other grade in the high school fucking hated that fact because we were in the math wing, and the math wing was like the developed wing that was added last because that school was a public works project, and you can tell because it's made out of brick and cement. Public
that's
works,
it.
for those of you that aren't aware, is specifically the projects that were made at the end of the Great Depression, started by Hoover to try to jumpstart the economy in the U.S. So a lot of them are not necessarily the prettiest of buildings, but
they're
they're
functional.
utilitarian. So they had the 8th graders in the high school, and most of your classes were in the high school, but some of your classes were still in the middle school, and you
shit.
it was so fucking weird. It was so fucking weird.
We had something that's funny. We had something like that when I was in 6th grade because they were renovating the school. So what they did was it was weird. The school was like in almost an office complex. It was the school building, and then there was like a high-rise office building that had like 7 floors that was most likely meant to be used as like an office building for like a state park that was nearby. But they repurposed it for a school. So they had the 7th and 8th graders on the first 2 floors, and then the high school on the upper 3. And it was so weird because, like, dude, I swear, if an 8th grader ever went up to the 3rd floor, they would get thrown down the stairs.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Seniors were on the 3rd floor for my school.
Yeah.
So it was 3 floors, and you had like the first floor, which was basically a figure 8, in which what the top circle was the gymnasium and the bottom circle was the auditorium or theater, and then 2nd floor also had the figure 8 thing set up because of how tall both the theater and the gymnasium were. And then the 3rd floor was only on the front half of the building. So if you were to look at that figure 8 scale, you have the auditorium here. The 3rd floor only existed on this part. And that's where all the seniors were kept. And like if you were there in the morning and you weren't with and that's also where all the foreign language and arts teachers were. Like class-wise, if you weren't there to meet with a teacher or work on an art project,
you didn't go up there.
Yep.
Said everything he needed to with one hand.
I was able to go up there, but I was the fixer. I was the guy that got shit done.
Oh my god!
Dude.
I broke all the
ego
rules,
on this
man.
fucking. I'm over this podcast, bro.
He's like, I'm the fixer, and then there's me. I was like, I was just cool with the seniors because I played hacky sack with them. What the fuck?
The
topic, seniors thought I was a senior anyways. That's actually how I got up there.
Bro had a beard at 14, just like me.
This topic is a great primer because we're talking about fucking high schoolers. So about those riots in New York recently.
Okay, so hold on, we got to clarify that it wasn't necessarily meant to be a riot. So
it wasn't supposed to be, but
there's a content creator called Cal Sinet, and he wanted to host a giveaway.
Yeah, introduce me because I have no idea what this concept is.
Kai Sinet was trying to do a giveaway. Apparently, he had some sort of subthought. I don't know what he did, but like the TLDR is he was going to give away a PS5. And Kai's a very popular streamer. He's a pretty funny guy. I think he's fucking hilarious. I don't personally watch his streams a lot, but I peep in every once in a while. He does some wild stuff. He has security. He has, the whole 9 yards. But I guess he wasn't really prepared to, he didn't think he would have as much of a crowd as he did. Like he knew he was gonna have a crowd. He said it beforehand. This shit's gonna be wild. It's gonna be like a movie. But the crowd he had was so fucking big that when he went to the park at New York, it was uncontrollable. There was no fucking way he could control it.
No way, no.
It was a shit show. and it got out of control really fast. And a lot of his viewers are very young viewers. They're like high school. You could tell when you were watching the videos. There are a lot of high school, and high schoolers are, dude. You're going through hormones. That shit's wild. Like
Did you say it was giving out PS5s and shit? So like people had incentive to come out.
So exactly. So it was something where he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be giving out PS5s." And he was thinking like, okay, maybe a couple hundred to maybe like 2,000 or 1,000 people will show up, and it'll be like this crazy little thing. He wasn't expecting nearly like fucking 5,000 or 6,000 people to show up, and he's like, "All right, there's no way I have enough to be able to. I have nowhere near enough
I can
product
show videos of it.
Yes, bring up a video of this shit because they shut down the entire park. Like it was something where people were back to back for almost like a square mile.
And you said this happened in NYC?
New York City.
Ah, like what park? Was it Central?
It Central Park. Yeah.
Okay, it was Central. Okay.
It was one of the parks. One of the main.
It was
parks.
one of the parks. It was either Central or Grand Union. He'll bring it up.
I think it was Union Park, right?
Because
there's
a few main parks in like Manhattan.
Right.
If it's Central, that's fucking impressive.
It was not Central. It was Union Park.
Okay. Union's the second largest one. For reference, Union Square is the one that Broadway cuts through. So Broadway goes on one side and goes to the other, and it's on one of the main strip. It's a little south of Times Square. It's one of the nicer parks. It's right down the street from Macy's, which is like the biggest Macy's in the U.S.
So
Heads, let me know.
Take a look at this shit because they're like back to back for miles. The only thing I don't like was that he got charged with inciting a riot. It wasn't his fault. He didn't tell them to go there and riot. But look at the size of this fucking crowd.
65 arrests and multiple injuries.
Like people are jumping on cars. People are robbing vendors. Like it was fuck.
They threw chairs. Police charge influencer Kai Cenat with inciting a riot and
in New York,
assembly. He avoided the spotlight.
If you are an organizer of a public event,
and now
and it spins out like this, that can be charged with inciting a riot because all responsibility of the event and its impact on the general public falls to your shoulders. That's why, like, you have to be careful, especially in NYC. Like, NYC has a really low crime rate now compared to where it was like 2 decades ago because of how many laws they've cracked down on like doing things.
I gotta show this because a lot of people are saying like Kai wanted this. Kai wanted
he
this.
Didn't.
He did not. And like here's one video of just him helping a fan who couldn't breathe. I don't know what this music is. This on the fucking video. Like one of his fans is like hyperventilating. He's like literally sitting there trying to help them. Like this guy's
trying to calm them down.
Like, he's trying to fix the situation, but he's
apologizing to them. Like he didn't.
I mean, he feels bad. He's the reason that people are like, this shit's going on. So I feel bad too. Shit.
I feel bad for the guy, to be honest, because he's pretty young. Like, I mean, I feel like somebody on his team maybe should have warned him a little bit. I don't know. Like, I feel like somebody on his team.
Here's the thing. This is one of those. I don't think he was fully aware of the content creators when they blow up, because that's what I know of Kai is like in the last year he's fucking skyrocketed.
Yeah.
That's literally it. That's all I know about him. The first time I ever heard about him was the Streamies, the QT Cinderella hosted event. Like I saw him there when he won the streamer award or whatever. And like I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And I followed it and I looked into him and it was just like, Jesus Christ, this guy came out of nowhere like a few months ago. He was nothing. And then he just blew up. He blew up super hard. And like, congrats to him. Full on props, you know.
But he's that blow up, the fact because he blew up so fast, he doesn't
aware
know.
of his size. He doesn't get the scale. It's
he made the same mistake that a lot of up and coming streamers who blow up way faster than they thought they were going to do, which is they don't realize the magnitude of the influence they have. If, like, let's say for example, I can't remember how many subs he's up to now, but let's say for example, 10% of his base showed up and he was at let's say 900,000 for example, and I'm probably lowballing that now. That's 90,000 people. There's no way you can control 90,000 people in any way, shape, or form that doesn't involve committing some horrible atrocities. It's just not possible.
90,000 people barely fit into like stadiums.
A fucking stadium.
Exactly.
Yeah, just for reference. That's a few hundred. A sports stadium holds up to like normally 1,000 to 2,000. 9,000 people is insane. And like those requires companies of security.
Yeah.
That's dozens of staff.
You know,
Everywhere.
like picture, if you will, try to think of it like this. If you've ever been to a football or baseball stadium or even a racetrack, picture 90 of those sitting next to one another, completely full to the brim, and you have to make sure every single person in that area doesn't do something stupid.
Doesn't do something stupid, yeah. That would take like literally, and like you need the building. Like I'm gonna be honest, like stadiums are literally designed one for obviously viewing pleasure, but also security of the people on the fucking field. So like, you need the security staff, which is a lot. Like holy fuck, this motherfucker pulled out TwitchCon numbers, like just to give out a PS5, he pulled out TwitchCon numbers, and like that's crazy. But like I just don't, I don't know. I
And
think
the thing
now,
is,
like,
what makes it worse is he was giving away something to a group of young children. I'm not even going to talk about like, oh, were they rich, poor? That doesn't matter. You tell a child they have a shot at a PS5, and then they don't win that PS5. I know a lot of children that will fly off the fucking handle because they didn't win a PS5. It's just the way they are. I'm not saying all of them, but all it takes is 10% of them. And guess what? Now you have what happened here.
The NYPD made 65 arrests, and 30 of those arrests were juveniles. And this is like the highest level of like warning. This is like 6 stars in fucking GTA is what I think Charlie said. Fucking voice critical. He's like, this is like 6 stars in GTA. It's a level 4 warning, which is like I don't think has ever been used in New York yet. No. So like they literally went full high alert.
Yeah, the next level up is we declare a state of emergency and we institute.
No, this was their max. This was
level 4. So they instated the star system, to my understanding, as an old New York City resident. The star system came after the Twin Towers, because they were like, we need a system to respond if a big threat happens again. I mean, there's a reason why the first division, takes place in NYC. Because NYC, if you wanted to attack a hub of like the modern world and tear down half of civilization with one biological attack, NYC is the place to do it. It's the one city that has banks from other countries have branches in.
Yeah,
you can walk down Manhattan and you can see one of the Bank of London. The Bank of London has a branch there. The Swiss Bank has a branch there. Like a bunch of the different banks in Europe and South America, a couple from Asia, all have branches in NYC. It is the only city to pull that kind of power.
And it has flights fucking to the rest of the world with 4 fucking airports around it. So like,
it's a huge center of populous travel. So NYC realized, holy shit, we need to have a system in place. So what do? So they developed a whole entire system of, this is what we call, this is where we go. The star system, if I remember, is like a part of a bigger system. So the star system is the like direct response of the people in NYC themselves. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, because apparently before this, they've only ever gone to a level 2, and this is the first time they've ever gone to a level 4. And I'm just like, damn, that's kind of.
And it just, if I remember correctly, level 4 is it's a step below martial law. It's you do what you have to do to restore order, and you do it now.
Yeah,
it is the police have full control of the situation. Like they send in everyone to that spot. It's the level right before they go, all right, National Guard.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you could literally see cops there without any body armor. Yeah, there was cops with body armor, but there's cops who were like literally like they were
plainclothes officers that were like, okay, I definitely just got called out of the barbershop because this is an all hands situation type shit.
Yeah. So it's a all hands on deck, and it isn't just the cops; it's everyone.
It's EMS, fire, everybody.
It's all of fire, because we are well aware, in NYC, that like this shit spirals so quick. Look at fucking Philly. Anytime Philly loses a sports game, the
It's a
city
shit
goes
show.
on fire.
Shit show.
We're
What do you
not
mean?
allowing that
Anytime
to
they
happen
won
here.
the Super
We
Bowl and they
can't-
destroyed the city.
We
The
can't
fuck do you
have that
mean?
happen in NYC. It is an image. It is an image of the modern economy.
True.
Like
If
NYC is a
freaks
huge
out, the
symbol.
world's like, what the fuck?
NYC holds the stock market. If you put any stock, if you went to the stock market and you looked at one of the major companies and you put their stock to zero, most of the stock market would crash instantly.
Mhm.
And that would cause not just the United States economy to crash, a lot of economies.
It's a
to
domino
crash.
effect.
Oh yeah.
It's a massive domino effect because of how interconnected things have become. It's spooky, honestly. If you look at finances and such, it gets hella spooky real quick.
You know
yeah.
what makes it even spookier now, especially with all the AI shit. You weren't here for the story. I brought it up to these two guys, but there was an AI image that went out of, I think it was either the Pentagon or like the area right next to the White House getting bombed. It was completely fake, didn't happen, had no impact on the actual world whatsoever. But because that image was released, we lost $5 billion in about 30 minutes that had to be recovered because of one
Jesus
fake
Christ.
image. Imagine if an image or like a fake news headline came out of New York City's been bombed. The 30 minutes while people were figuring that out would be absolute chaos.
That's literally why, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like a lot of the AI stuff that's been going on has been like nerfed. Like it got nerfed because like the government's basically got on top of it. They're like, okay, this fucking shit needs to not be as powerful as it is yet. Because you're giving the public access to shit that's like really fucking strong
Yeah.
way
I
too
broke
soon before we have rules. Before we have rules for it. Like so,
Yeah.
what was
Oh
it
my
called?
god, the AI broke him. The AI broke him because we're talking about it.
Oh god, they're shutting it down. They're shutting it down.
ChatGPT is coming out on
Help me.
It's fucking
ChatGPT.
Skynet. Oh no.
My
Sarah
nerves
Connor.
I can't move. They're taking off.
Just mock him.
Nice one. Got him.
Fuck up.
They on the
But-
topic though, they did nerf a lot of what you're able to do with public access. It's something where now you have to know how to script it. You can't just go, I want to download this script and make like you have to know
You
how
have
to
to
do
know
it.
the know-how to use it. But
It's hard.
basically,
It's hard.
like your average citizen can't use it anymore, which is a thank fucking God, because I don't want the average citizen to have access to all that. Because I'll be honest, think about the dumbest person you know, and 50% of the fucking population is stupider than that person. So just
You
I
stole
don't
that
know.
quote from me, who stole that
Yep.
quote from George Carlin.
Dude, I've
Get out of
watched
my
George
shit.
Carlin,
Get out of
so
here.
I know.
That's my homeboy. That's my
I-
homeboy.
Thank
And
you
so
for
it's
distracting
I just keep it real. Like I don't want people to have access to that because at the end of the day, we ain't ready. Like we're not ready.
There are certain things that people can't be given because of the fact that one bad actor could cause so much damage with it. It's not even funny.
Yeah, it's pretty shit. Pretty fucking.
What
Pretty
do you
crazy.
mean? It's
Yeah.
pretty epic.
Like as somebody who actually understands how to do, the scripting for AI and doing all the no. The stuff that you are capable of doing with it if you have the hardware is terrifying, to put it at the least. And the thing is this is what we have. We all know that the private technology sector back then was 2 decades ahead of us. I don't know how much further along it is now, but I guarantee you it's more than it was before.
Oh
And
yeah.
they are far, far ahead of what we have, clearly.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
shit.
Just that technology's ahead. I'm not saying anything conspiratorial about it. Just that they have technology past ours, and if we can make AI stuff, they can too.
Speaking of games ahead of its time, or games that are sort of things that are ahead of its time, I want to talk about fucking Baldur's Gate and how people are complaining that, or certain devs from certain companies are complaining that, like, yo, Larian Studios is an exception to the rule. You guys shouldn't compare them to us because apparently Baldur's Gate is so fucking in depth with so many fucking details and like such like story depth and shit that like certain studios and developers for those studios got like, yo, don't expect this from us, bro. Like, don't expect this amount of commitment from us. Yo, this is crazy. These guys are crazy. Like,
This won't make us enough
I've-
money. We won't do it.
I don't
I've
think
been
anybody
hearing
takes people like that seriously.
people
like,
bring
that's
up the
just dog
fact.
shit fucking. Go on, Gus.
I've been hearing people bring up the fact that like it is a D&D game. It is the D&D game.
5e.
They
Yep.
replicated D&D perfectly. In
Oh,
which it is great to have fun and experience. It is interesting to stream because it's definitely much more fun to experience yourself than to watch.
Me and Heads
But
are going to
it's
be
like-
playing that Tuesday, so that's going to be interesting.
There's so much.
That's
I
gonna
think
be
I still
fun.
have it, right?
I
I think
mean,
I bought it. Right?
hey,
When's
Yeah, you
your
did, you bought it.
NPC stream, Heads, huh? When's the one where
Yeah,
you're
true.
forcing me to
This
be there
guy
with
hasn't
you?
fucking streamed, bro.
Wait,
Yeah.
you still
Yeah, what the
haven't done
fuck
the
happened?
NPC stream?
Bro
No.
hasn't streamed since his
No.
fucking birthday, dog.
This
Jack
week, I'll
shit.
be streaming this, guys. Shut the fuck. I'll be streaming this week, dude. Okay, gotta figure out some things for the NPCs. I'll be figuring some shit out for the NPC stream. Maybe Monday. I'll let you know. I'll put out a schedule in the Discord. Okay.
I
but
just
yeah,
went to Tech W this guy, bro.
Listen, Heads. I'm gonna give you the best advice of your life that will literally double your profits. It better be a maid NPC stream.
Oh, we can just maid outfit him whenever.
You
Fuck.
know,
Yeah,
you
you can
know,
made
you
up
know
for me.
that he's gonna
Yeah.
have me there with him, right? That we're doing this in VR.
Oh fuck,
Good.
no, dude. Fuck
Oh,
no.
good.
I'm not letting you anywhere near me, bro.
Listen,
You
all I'm
told me.
saying
You
is,
told me you wanted me there. You
I
asked
did
me to be
not.
there.
Listen,
Heads.
Ask
Listen,
you to
all
what
I'm
the
saying-
fuck? What the kind of made up bullshit storytelling?
What?
Do you not remember when you went and you're gonna be there, boss? And I went, well, if you want me to, share. And you went, yeah, no,
I
I'm down.
don't remember that, bro. I'll be honest, I don't fucking
How?
remember that, bro.
It's literally during your birthday stream, during the Minecraft
this-
segment.
Oh,
Dude,
that's why I
Heads
don't
was
fucking
like,
remember it,
Heads,
dude.
Heads was
I was
losing
out
his
of my fucking mind.
He's losing his
I was
mind.
out of my fucking.
I literally was
losing
asleep.
your Heads was mind.
You make
Heads was
content. You're always losing your mind. Your mind
Oh,
is
no,
never
dude.
in you anymore.
Oh god.
To begin with.
Dude,
Hey,
I was.
Hey, Emperor Palpatine, bring it back for a minute.
Yeah, sorry, what?
You're good, man. You lost yourself there for a sec. You okay?
Okay. So I opened up
fine.
this man's stream. I was
Okay, cool.
sleeping.
Just making sure.
It's the morning. It's like he's like 18 hours into a stream or whatever the fuck, right? I wake up and I see this guy playing Minecraft and he's like, he starts mumbling fucking mumbo he's saying the most fucking stupid shit, and I'm like, is this guy good? And then he's playing like this horror game. It's like probably 22 hours into a stream. He's like, yeah, bro, this game's so scary, bro. Oh my god, fucking.
I've never heard Head sound like a fuckboy before, and I'm glad I didn't.
Oh my god, dude! Listen, so it got to a point where I was literally. I had videos up, so I didn't have to do any fucking content. I was playing Minecraft, but I wouldn't shut the fuck up. So I was saying the dumbest fucking shit. Let me check in my. I don't even remember. I don't remember what I said here, but I remember I must have said some fucking cringe shit, dude.
You're saying some wild shit.
I sent it in podcast text.
Oh,
I
he
don't know.
lost his
I don't
mind
know.
and closed it and then went back to sleep. Like, what the fuck?
I kept just peeking through, and I swear, like every time I looked, it
You
was
want me
just
to
like
say that, Eds?
first I see Heads.
Yeah,
you can
sure.
watch
I
in his
don't remember
model
what was
too.
on there, but
He's sitting there and he's gaming. He's like, yeah, guys, like I'm trying to navigate the Nether. Oh, hey, there's a fortress. Walks away. Oh, hey, there's a fortress.
Walk
All right,
away.
I'm
This
share
is
screening one of
gonna
the
be great,
clips.
guys. And then like I come back an hour later and he's like, yeah, guys, I left the Nether.
All right, I'm gonna play this shit.
that is tiny. Yeah, also my penis. Oh fuck, it's pretty small.
I
That
was
is
just
tiny.
saying. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
also
close
my
this.
penis. Close this shit out, dude. It's pretty small. Dude, I was fucking out of it. I was just saying random shit. I thought this clip. I thought this clip was a lot longer than that, bro. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I thought that too, but
What the
Well, I mean,
Like,
what
Nick
else
was
do you
watching
need to
longer
say?
than that too.
What else do you need to say at that point? I think you said everything that matters.
Yeah, I was absolutely out of my fucking mind.
We're hour 20 of my birthday stream. I'm gonna play a horror game. I have a small dick, by the way.
Stop.
I was like,
Oh,
okay,
fuck, dude.
there's a guest. My penis is small.
No,
There's a guest.
Stop. No, dude. I was
I could
looking
see
for
the
another
gas.
fortress. I couldn't find the fucking nether fortress. Why
You
the
know,
fuck
that
are they so hard to
fortress
find,
reminds
dude?
me Of my penis, it's small. Let's play a horror game, guys.
Man, we're gonna
Oh,
play
fuck,
Amnesia,
bro.
so my penis is small.
I was hoping that the horror game would
It's
wake
so
me up,
tiny,
but
bro.
it was such a dog shit horror
I
game
mean,
that
my
it put me in a
penis, not the game.
trance. I
Bro
was
was
just like-
playing such a shit horror game. He's just sitting there going, "She cannot find it. It's sucked inside."
Stop! Fuck you!
I was on my
It's
own
not
nut.
small. It's a meme.
I was This horror game that I play as my
I like
wife.
the ending of this
They
podcast.
never
is us
find my
rolling
dick.
heads dick size.
Fuck off, dude. Listen, man. Listen. I was tired, okay? I was tired. I know what I was saying, dude. I was trying to make funnies. But I just kept talking about how small my dick was.
Numerous times. I have gone 72 hours without sleep, and I don't think I've ever been so tired. I'm like, my wee
probably
was
still
on its
remember.
night.
Because it's
Dude,
72 hours.
Listen,
What?
it's not just being up for 24 hours. That shit's easy. It's being up and aware and
streaming and
present
content.
and talking and streaming and contenting and being brain active for 24 hours. I can barely speak for 5
I was awake
seconds,
for
dude.
4 days.
I don't
To be
care.
fair-
It's not the same, dude.
To be fair,
Yeah, you're
we
right.
Be
also,
awake.
we also
Listen,
did
no,
Pokemon Smash or Pass
No,
during
listen.
that,
You
too.
can be
right,
awake,
look.
but it's like being awake and
Pass is
aware and
wild.
present and just for the full 24 hours. It does something to your
Wait.
brain, dude.
Wait, you ready for the punchline?
No, because
You ready
I
for the
know it's gonna be
punchline?
dog
Dick
shit.
is
Go on.
small.
No, it's not going to be dog shit because for most of those 72 hours, I was working.
That's
Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
was about
I'll
to
give you
say
that.
And I swear to God, if you say it's not the
It's
same,
not the same.
it
it's-
isn't.
Yeah, you're
It's-
right.
hold up.
You're sitting down at the comfort of your own desk
Hold
playing
up,
Minecraft,
hold up,
talking
hold
about,
up, hold
talking
up,
about
hold
how
up.
you got a 2-inch
Y'all,
fucking wee-wee.
hold up. I'm gonna just say this. Yeah, that sucks. I agree. You're working. It is also draining. But you're not talking to a fucking live audience where shit you said could be recorded, where you're trying to be entertaining. Because if you're talking to a
right.
live audience,
I was talking
you're gonna
to
talk about your balls.
customers.
That's fine. You're talking to
No,
customers.
it's not.
Well,
Because
it's a
if you're
You're
customer
not gonna talk to
program.
customers about your
Customers.
dick.
Hey,
You know what
hey,
this reminds
no,
me of?
because here's the thing. You can say the
You know what
wrong
this
thing to a
reminds me of?
customer and get fired.
So
And the thing
they're
is
arguing
at
right
that
now,
point,
right?
you don't realize you say the wrong thing.
It's
Yeah,
the
but you have like a
XDD
script.
chatting
You're not
email.
trying to
That's
say
what's
like a
happening.
You have
fucking.
a-
You're not trying
No,
to be
it's not.
funny.
It's
XDD
Bitch,
chatting.
Who the fuck has a script for when you're working face to face? Doing IT.
Dude.
You don't have a script for that shit.
IT,
What
you
are
have a
talking about?
designated group of
Previous
things you're
message
gonna
streamer,
say.
You can see
When
that
you're a
was
streamer,
at the
you can
beginning.
say anything
we don't. No,
aside from a
we
video.
do
No,
not.
dude.
Not when you're doing
Never
device
gonna bring
implementation.
up your dick
We're
and balls,
gonna
bro.
agree to disagree. You're agreeing to
All right, yeah, we'll just agree to
This-
disagree.
We're
I
never
can't
gonna,
believe
we're gonna
this.
agree to disagree.
Bass is losing
showing
it. Bass sounds like me after
about
hour
how you
18, dude.
I'm making fun of y'all. That's
me
why I
after hour
sound
18,
like you
bro.
after hour 18, bro.
Oh wait, okay, well, that's why he sounds like me after hour 18, bro.
I was literally going, this is my argument. I'm having a little valid argument.
I spent an hour just
This is
reading.
very important. And this is
comments,
not a
dude.
dick measuring contest about first world problems. Anyways,
All right. We're getting to the end here, so I got one last question, and I got a little backstory behind the question. For we just, we do our little sign off.
Go on.
So, recently, I had a friend who I haven't really gotten along with come back into my life, and they apologized, and
I'm
they were
sorry.
like, "Hey, I'm sorry.
Talking about me?
This
The fuck?
This is no. This is
no,
why."
we know it's always about heads. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, this is,
All right.
Yeah,
these
His name's
motherfucking
called Heads
ego
because of how
Andes,
big
it's
it
all
is.
about them,
Jesus
bro.
Christ, bro.
But this person was like,
Damn.
this person wronged a lot of people in my friends group, and they were like, I just wanted to apologize. I wanted to make amends with y'all, all that good shit. And that kind of like brought it up to me, and I was like, hey, you can apologize to me. It doesn't. Your actions don't really affect me. I don't give a fuck. But you have to you need to apologize to the people who actually need that fucking apology. And for these people, some of them aren't going to accept it. And it kind of got me thinking. I was like, what does it take for you to, like, would you give somebody who's wronged you horrifically a second chance? And what would it take for you to give them that second chance at being friends? Like, this is somebody who's like kind of like betrayed you, gone against your morals, and they've gone their own way. And have you had like an experience like that in your life? So this is a hypothetical. This is like a very like, I don't know. Like, I've had a lot of these experiences, but
I have.
I vote to take last answer.
Okay,
Okay,
I
go
have,
ahead.
and I don't want to sound like a dick, but like I don't need you. Like if you're just gonna do something and then like good riddance. Like fuck you. Like if you're gonna just like betray my trust and my honesty, like I'm not the type to forgive that kind of shit. So I wouldn't. No, I don't think I would. Like fuck you. Like I not like an ego thing, but I don't need people like that in my life.
no, that's fair. That's fair because
fair.
once you've been hurt, you don't want to go back, and that's totally reasonable.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll put yourself
Moving
through the
on
same
is
thing.
moving on is easier than having to deal with that shit again.
Forgetting is easier than forgiving. That makes sense.
All right, I mean, do you have something like that?
So for me, it's a little more of a nuanced answer because it really depends on how far of a line they crossed. Like if they said something I disagree with, no, that's fine. They're like, we're cool. Don't worry about
You
that
said
shit.
horrifically.
But like
I'm
if we're
talking like
talking,
fucking
we're
full
talking
betrayal.
like if we're talking full betrayal, there's been situations where full betrayal has led me to to put it bluntly, commit a felony upon somebody that involved them not being able to walk for a very long time. And then I considered that forgiveness, but they had also gravely hurt somebody I cared about very much in a way I'd rather not get into. But again, it really depends on what it was. If it was something where nobody was really hurt in the end, I'm willing to give you one final chance. But if you fuck that up, you're gone.
Yeah. For me, in this scenario, I won't name the thing, the person, and the thing that they did. I forgave them because like it didn't affect me personally, but it did affect a lot of my friends. And I was like, listen, I'll forgive you, and like I'll to let people know that like that you came up to me and did what you said what you said, all that shit. But at the end of the day, it's your actions that are gonna matter, and if they don't forgive you, you have to accept that. Like at the end of the day, like they might not. Like it's not their job to, and so it's just how it's gonna go. Like and they're like, that's fine. Thank you for forgiving me. And I was like, listen, at the end of the day, like I said, you didn't really affect me much because if you did, I'll be honest. Like there's been people who I just usually block them and move on until like I can cordially exist with them. And then I'm like, all right, cool. Or like, I'll even mentally block them. I'm just like, if we're in the same room, I'm just not going to talk to you. And if you try to talk to me and be like, listen, I don't fucking like you, let's just not. Like, I don't like you, let's not talk.
That actually
goes.
Oh, sorry, good.
No, go ahead.
I was that actually compounds into a point that I actually want to kind of slightly tweak my answer a little bit. It also depends on the nature of your apology. If you're apologizing, the thing is a real apology, you don't go into that expecting forgiveness. You're going into that to take accountability. If I feel like you're going in there and taking accountability of like, hey, I fucked up. I'm sorry. You might forgive me. You might not, but I want to try to make it work. And I'm going to show you that I'm willing to give you a chance. But if you go in there and you're like, I'm sorry, and you expect it to just be okay, and it shows that like you're just apologizing because you think, okay, if I say I'm sorry, we're it fixes the problem. That's not how the fuck it works. I'm sorry.
Then like if you're apologize to take accountability, and like you're obviously say for yourself you're gonna be better. But at the end of the day, they don't have to fucking accept you. They don't have to fucking even like acknowledge your apology. They can just walk the fuck away from that conversation and be like, Lamau.
They can respond with fuck you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
This is how it goes. So you fucked up. Baz, I'm curious to hear yours.
Sorry, I was replicating Headsup and his little head bob off to the side.
His head bob is cute. You leave him alone.
Leave me alone, you fuck.
I have to make fun of him. If I don't make fun of him, who? Everyone.
True.
Because he's
everyone
does.
I was about to say, I was like, have you not seen any of the other podcasts? We have been ripping this boy a new butthole.
Yeah. No, I watched your podcast before I came on. I studied. I learned.
I did too. I did too. I was like, I need to know something about this guy. And I saw two things. I saw your Twitter picture, and I was like, all right, cool, that's cute. I like that. And then I saw the mask and went, yeah, we're gonna be friends.
So I always tell people I am naively kind. And that is, I can tell you that I have been wronged by multiple people so horribly in my life, over and over and over again. I can count more incidents in than I do have hands on one finger. And on almost every single account, other than one, I've forgiven them. How long it takes and how willing I am to reopen back up depends on actions after the event, but always, other than once, and that is because the person has repeatedly, again and again, not only hurt me, but people I care about, and doesn't acknowledge that it's their fault.
Yeah.
So I just cut them out of my life. And they're connected to someone that's very, very important in my life, and that I'm not going to cut them out. So in lieu, I have to deal with them tangentially, but I've never talked to them directly. I've avoided them for around 4 years at this point, and I probably will for the rest of their life.
Yep.
which, granted to say, isn't that much longer, but
Fair enough.
Still, they can live their life. I'm gonna live mine, and I will still interact with the person that we share. But they can go and be on their own, and live whatever fantasy they want to. But otherwise, I've forgiven everyone. Everyone deserves a second chance. Everyone fucks up. It's the nature of being human. And yeah, it sucks, especially when they hurt not only you, but friends. And there are some people that I've had to basically look at and go, hey, I don't have beef with you, but the shit that you've done is not okay. And I can't stand by that. You've hurt people in a way that isn't acceptable, and that can't just be allowed. I'm not going to let that slide. So I want you to go think about it. If you want to talk about it and tell me about your feels, I'll be there for you to listen to, and I'll be there for you to rubber duck to or talk to. But otherwise, bye.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You can slap their fucking head, man. Fuck.
I forgot about this feature. So yeah, it's, I don't know. I am always of one to say, give people a chance, because even if it's beyond the second chance, people change. You know, time and
Typical phases of
events
life.
and stuff can wildly shift perspectives and foundations that we have as people.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you can tell when you talk to that person if that's happened, or just hearing about what they've done. So it's you gotta be wary, but never be closed off, is what I say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
it's one
as
of
someone
that's
that's
yeah,
as someone
very
that's
fair, yeah.
naively hearted, I will stand by the fact that I am probably one of the easier people to take advantage of. You know, I'm always looking into the good of people and willing to try to show off that and let them grow into that, and help facilitate it. And I know that there are plenty of people that have and will take advantage of that. And I know especially that it's the one part that I'm scared about the world that I've now joined, this whole entire sphere. Is now that I throw myself further out into the world of entertainment. And as I continue, because I don't plan to just stop here, I plan to continue doing stuff. I'll probably run into it. There will be plenty of incidences. For fuck's sake, I get along with Heads perfectly now. But for all I know, there's going to be an incident where the two of us go fuck you, man, actually properly. And we just can't talk for a while.
Already gone past that point.
Current me says that's awful.
I'm kidding.
I would never want that. I think you're a great guy, Heads. And I feel very lucky to have met you.
You're boosting his ego. It's gonna fucking suck later.
Bro,
I know.
Someone say a nice thing about me, bro. Fuck, dude. I think you're alright too, bro.
I hear so many stories about how you yeah, we'll get a room later. But we I don't know, I hear stories about even before you came into the sphere that you and I have both just entered. You're the same wonderful person. I hear stories about how 3 years ago you did the same wonderful things and you gave people that same wonderful chance that you do now. And it's I'm excited to see what you do. And it's stuff like that where it's I'm happy to be there and be around and support and be with the kind people, but I'm aware that there's going to be chances of stuff getting double crossed. At the end of the day, it's what life is, and I'm willing to give them another chance.
Yeah. So what I'll say to that is, I definitely been taken advantage of because I'm really nice, and I've given people who are even actively wronging me too many chances. So it's now I'm a little bit more careful of it, but I am also woefully aware of my own ignorance and being a little too nice sometimes.
Yeah.
I wish I was smart enough to get better, I think. Because I am to the point of naivete where I'm aware that I am too kind, is what I will say. Is that they're I open myself up to getting taken advantage of, I think. Where it's there will be the back of my head that's nagging. That's like, hey, like how do you know this person's actually what they're here for? I don't know. Like, I think I've weathered enough storms in my life at this point that, you know, another person trying to take advantage of me is just another pebble on the mountain.
Yeah, just a kick out of the way, like fuck it, whatever. Well, it's not a big deal.
You survive.
Gotcha. Yeah, we survive.
You make it work. You got to do what you got to do.
Exactly.
Alrighty then. I think that is it for today's episode of the Social Exiles podcast.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for coming on, Baz. Why don't you let us know where we can find you, dude? We're gonna link your
stuff for you, dude.
Yeah, this is the 5 seconds to shout out everything. You can find me probably most often on Rob streams. Anyone in the Gator, there's a chance you'll catch me. Specifically like Yorga. Yorga's been doing a lot of shows. I've been doing a lot of projects with Yorga. A lot of some of the video projects that you'll probably be seeing coming out of the Gator, I've had my hand in. I've been helping a lot of people do stuff. I have a lot of experience with video production. So I've been helping a lot of people do stuff like that. I may have even helped these guys by giving a couple of pointers like 2 weeks ago at games.
I wasn't here for that. What pointers did you give them so I know who to pay?
I basically brought up like, hey, do a little research into your people, you know, maybe look into their social medias if they're a longer standing creator like Lazzy. You know, maybe if you can have a history, ask questions that are poignant about things they've done, but not like controversial or things like opinionated questions. Like that's a big issue of modern journalism is you have people that ask opinionated questions. I could go on a whole entire rant about this. I don't want to take too much of your time.
Me too.
But like Cold Ones, he does a great job. He does it properly, in my opinion, when you're trying to interview someone, which is he does the research, but he only asks neutral questions. And if there is an opinionated question, it's never like, why are you this way? It's stuff like,
it'll be like,
he brings
hey,
up something.
Yeah, he'll be like, hey, so people thought this way on this. What are your thoughts on it? And he just asks them what they think.
Yeah. And he allows them to tell their story without trying to force a narrative, which is a very important thing about getting down to the truth of the situation.
Yep.
But that's besides the point. Like that's what I basically said was just like, you know, maybe hang out with your guests a little bit beforehand because like I know like you do a little bit of warm up, sort of like what we did before the cameras rolled, as we talked a little bit. You know, I got to know how to call you, the whole Emerald, but without the D. You know, you give that
for Harambe. My boy. So many years later, tragedy. It all went downhill after that. Anyway,
bless him. But you know, like, it's stuff like that where it's like it's a good podcast talk show especially is all about like just vibing and comforts, making sure everyone's vibing. Have the topics thing with them, which is massive. You know, being able to have points to transition to and having a direction is big. Because that's what happens with a lot of shows is they stall and then no one wants to watch it because there's nothing next
going on. Yeah.
You know, so you guys already have that solution fixed. You have point to point to point. And you have enough space to just vibe with it and make it your own. Hello. So like that's a big part of stuff. So that's basically what I said to Akaines. But yeah.
It's good
so stream. I'm trying to stream more on Twitch. It's Baslyxian BSLYXIAN. You'll never spell it correctly. Trust me.
So we'll link it below. Don't worry.
It took me 4 tries. I'm gonna be honest.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's why I just tell everyone to call me Boss, Bass, Base, whatever the fuck's easiest.
That's why you're getting called Fish, bro. They're gonna call you fucking Bass, bro.
I'm about to start calling you. I'm about to be different and just start. Nah, I'm gonna be different and start calling you Lixian. You're welcome.
Actually, Val calls me that. That's one of the mods for Rob. And
really?
He's like, I give everyone special nicknames. So he calls me Lixian. And he's the only one so far. I have a friend that calls me Balls Licked. Jinx.
Balls Lick.
I was about to say something. I'm not gonna lie.
She's pretty cool. I love Jinx. She's a lovely
Jinx. Yeah.
Yeah. So if
I've
you
seen
know
Jinx around a
TK,
few
you know
times in the
Jinx.
Crown Crew. Yep.
So Jinx and TK were my original introductions to this sphere, and they're the people that I met that then introduced me to this world, and got me into VR and so on and so forth. Very little
nice.
tangent. If I ever come back onto your show, I can talk about that more then.
Yeah.
But
That'll be fun.
yeah, so that's basically me. Same on Twitter, same literally everywhere else. It's that same awful spelling of that.
Yeah, you
same
griefed yourself
word.
with that shit, but you know, it's what it is. It is
I
what it
can't
is.
stand by
can't
it.
talk.
Because it's a combo of two things that I stand by and like connect to who I am. So
Balls and licking.
it's no.
I'm
It's,
sorry. It was just there.
It's so if you look at my name in Discord, you'll notice that it's BA with an accent S. If you remove that and separate it, that's how you're actually a word in another language. And then you take the second half and you put an M, you put the Y in front of the L, and the X, and you put an M at the beginning, and that becomes Mixolydian, which is a mode of music. Because I'm a musician.
Shit.
No, that actually makes sense. To me.
What the fuck was that? Put an M into it.
Look. The reason why it makes sense to me, if you look at my name, it has fucking two R's next to one another, wedged in between two Y's. So I know how you feel on that one.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're wondering, it's Elvish for literally cyan gaze, even though I'm purple right now. It's not the point. Normally it's cyan, but I just wanted to change colors to make it
I've seen you go
different.
through your little chameleon phases. I saw you red earlier and then orange.
It's like a mood ring. Purple means I'm in pimp mode because I'm about to slap the shit out of heads for no reason.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'll join you.
Backhand, keep it
Your
strong.
arms don't fucking work, buddy. Nice.
Bitch,
I
don't
got
make
you,
me
dog.
switch
I got you.
programs.
What do you got?
Don't make me switch
fucking
programs.
hair, dude?
Heads, come here. Heads, come here.
All right, dude. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
I slapped you. I back
Say
slapped
dodge.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you
until
so
it was
much for
dragged
coming
on
on.
for long
I
enough,
back
dude.
slap you.
Fuck you, bitch.
God RP, cringe, God RP. I can't
Dodge,
believe
RP
this
dodge,
guy.
RP
he
dodge.
fucking becomes a tizzard.
We'll
and he
see you
can't
guys.
RP
Violence
anymore.
RP
We'll see you guys
cringe.
next week.
Violence
That's
RP
crazy.
cringe.
Can't even
We'll
fucking
see you guys
RP.
next
RP
week.
Can't even
cringe.
fucking
All
RP.
right, bye.
I'm out. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm going down the stairs.
Oh my god.
Bye, everyone.